Thought I was going to be so exhausted. But it's great to see everyone. Director, colleagues, faculty, family. My name is Joshua Rodriguez. Welcome to my Taekwondo class. Today, I will be your Taekwondo instructor. Well, in other words, welcome to my senior talk. By the end of this class, you will wish to know how to bring positive change to our community. Shall we begin? Now, I want to demonstrate how we warm up in our Taekwondo class. So we usually warm up by getting our heart rate pumped. So usually, I'm going to demonstrate, we usually do some high knees, so maybe some jumping jacks. But mainly, we stretch our legs, because Taekwondo is the art of kicking. Isn't that great? Now, we do it now we usually do more complex stretches, but I'm on a time limit here. Now, check this out. We stretch so much, I guess you can say we feel the burn. Now, in our legs, of course. Now, I want to teach everyone some basic blocks and kicks. But before I do, I want to tell you a story about an individual who's always welcome into my Taekwondo class. Because we are a family, meaning no one is left behind or forgotten. Now, that being said, picture this. One day I was riding my bike to school. This bike was a present from my grandmother for Christmas. I was so happy she bought me that bike because for months I practically begged her to buy me a bike. I was walking everywhere. It took too much time. So, then one day, as I was riding my bike to school, a young man, he runs past me, then suddenly stops in front of me. You see, now I am forced to stop. I see that this man is very intrigued with my bike. He is older than me, taller than me. The first thing he says, "Where'd you get that bike?" Before I could say any more, and he says this in a very firm, forward, and intimidating voice. And the next thing he says, or does in fact, is that he reaches into his pants, he flicks out a knife, and he waves it at me. Now, I'm not going to stand up here and pretend that I was not frightened and intimidated, because I was. I am not a violent person. I'm not. My heart rate started to rise and my thoughts became unclear. I was submissive, barely able to find my words. I believe the heavens, they must have been watching over me. They must have, because thankfully, and I mean thankfully, he flicked the knife shut. He stepped out of my way and I headed to school. You see, but as weeks passed, I saw him 3 other occasions. Director, I'm on my way to school. And I saw him 3 other occasions. Each time he threatened me, demanding my bike. But that being said, I'm sorry, every time I think of that moment. That being said, as a college student, I was trying to figure out why he was so absorbed with my bike. So I did a little investigation, a little research. I found that the man who pulled out a knife on me was looking for his little brother's bike. Apparently, someone has stolen his little brother's bike out of their front yard. Now, if you ask me, they should have been more cautious where they leave their things. Nonetheless, I feel sad about them losing their bike. Truly, I do. But there is not much I can do. Was the knife necessary? Probably not. This man was older than me, taller than me. He had a pretty good chance of winning the bike from me, with or without the knife. The lesson or main point of this story is that there are negative and positive actions we humans do to each other in our daily life. Allegedly, it's inevitable to happen. But I found ways to reduce encounters like the one I experienced from happening to your friend, to your best friend, to your sister, to your little brother, to your child. So, instead of fighting fire with fire, I found ways to reduce encounters like spreading love, not fear, and to have positive individual values. It's that simple. Can you believe that? And people just don't get the message. Now, I believe positive social change can be achieved within our community. This can be done with the positive social change model. I want you to know that this model is based off the Higher Education Research Institute of UCLA, which was given to me by a program I attended over last summer called the Full Steam Ahead Summer Program, which was an amazing experience. Now, part of the social change model is individual values. Individual values play a role as your belief as a human. Now, there are three of individual values. First is consciousness of self. This means to be aware of beliefs and values that motivates one to take action. Now, when you see a man, an older man, wielding a knife to a younger man, will you take action and do what's right? Second, congruence. You see, this means to act, think, and feel with authenticity towards others. You know what? You should probably show up to class, meetings, presentations, because you care, not necessarily because you have to. Next, commitment. See, this is a psychic energy that motivates and that drives the collective effort. Now, there is more to the social change model, like group values and community values, but I will leave you with individual values for now. Now, who wants to learn some blocks and kicks, right? This is why I'm here, this Taekwondo class. So here we go. Now, what you want to do is you want to go into a left front stance, as so, okay? So you want to bend your knee so you can barely see your toes, and make sure you're not on a tightrope, because then you have no balance. So when you do as so, what you want to do is bring your hands up. You want to bring your left hand up as so, and switch it out. Now you see how my palm is now facing out, my hand is slanted. Now you want to do the same thing to the other side, okay? And it's that simple. Now get this. I am not teaching you how to fight, no. Teaching you how to defend yourself from encounters like the one I experienced. Because as I said, allegedly they are inevitable to happen. Now, second, I want to explain some. Now, let me get this straight. All is connected to the teaching of Taekwondo. Now, how do we make positive change within our community? Well, this can be done with love. Now, I want you to know that there are 6 types of love. And that is agape, philia, philatia, pragma, ludus, and eros. Now, I'm not going to explain all of them. Okay? Because I'm pretty sure we know what the 6 types of love is. Now, I do want to explain 2. And that is agape love. You see, this means to love everyone, whether family member or distant stranger. But what this means to me is to put aside your own beliefs and values, maybe, in consideration for positive change. Next is philautia. This means love of self. Now, it is good to love yourself. What this means to me is that it's good to love yourself to an extent, to feel secure with yourself, causing you to have plenty of love to give to others. Now, I want you to know that that is my dream, goal, to always see positive social change within our community. Now, that being said, who would like to learn some kicks? Now, we already learned some basic blocks, okay? So now let's learn some kicks. So it's the same technique. It's all the same. That's the great thing about this. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to go into your left front stance as so. Remember, bend your knee, and you're not in a tightrope. So once you do this as so, okay? I want you to bring your leg up as so. I want you to kick. Bring it back down, okay? And make sure it goes back in place. Now remember, I'm not teaching you how to fight. I'm teaching you how to defend yourself. Now if you switch stance, it's all the same. Now, that being said, I want to demonstrate, or for you to get a better idea of what my Taekwondo class is all about. You know what? That being said, I think we should probably end class. We learned a lot. You saw a modification of basic Taekwondo form. We learned some blocks and some kicks. Great job, everyone. I really am proud. Now, before I end this though, I would like some volunteers to see who is actually paying attention. Now, can I have some volunteers, please? Any hands? No? Well, I'll call on some people, that's all right. Can I have Miss Meek? Can you please come up? And Daniel, can you come up? Let's see. Tyrone, can you please come up? Tyrone told me he got some extra sleep tonight, so that's great. Thank you, Tyrone. And let's see. There was more. Miss Chasey, I can't remember her name. Miss Ornelas, please come up, please. Okay, and let's see, Mr. Mezdak, are you here? That's all right, that's okay. So Miss Meek, great, all right. How you guys doing? Oh, Miss Meek, Tyrone? Awesome, yes, that is true, that is true. Every time you walk into your Taekwondo class, you must bow to show respect, that is true. So that's great, thank you. Now, it's a bow, this is how you do it. You bring your hands together to the side of you, and you bow, just as so. Awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to learn some basic, well, you were paying attention. Well, I hope. Kind of, right? Kind of was. Okay, so I'll go in front so you can see. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go shoulder width apart, just as so. Now, I want you to slide your right leg back, just as so. Now, remember, you're not in a tightrope, because then you have no balance. Good enough, Tyrone. Alright. Now what I want you to do is I want you to bring your hands up as so. Now, remember what I showed you? A rising block, right? Okay, so now with your left hand that's out in front, I want you to bring your hand up and curve as so. There you go. Now make sure your palm's facing out. There you go. And keep it slanted, just as so. Great. Okay. Okay. So now same thing with the other hand. You bring it up and you curve it so. Great. That looks awesome. Now, I wanted to do some kicks. Are you wearing a dress? Do you have something? Okay, great. Awesome. Great. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So great. So that's awesome. Now, here's the thing. We're gonna do this, okay? But I'm gonna count in Korean. Now you might not know. So basically when you hear me say yet, I want to allow kia. Now the kia is meant to startle your opponent. Okay? So here we go. I'm gonna do it with you. No, we're not gonna block. We're gonna kick. You know how to kick, right? Okay, so you bring your leg up as so and kick. Good enough. Okay, so that looks great. So we're gonna go to 5, okay? And on 5, I want to allow kia. All right, all together, okay? So here we go. Ready? Go. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 예, kia. Now remember, practice makes better. Okay. Okay, so now, I think we should end class. We learned some basic blocks, kicks, some forms. It was fun. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you saw was a simulation of what my service learning was all about, which is bringing positive social change to my community. To get a better understanding of what my service learning was all about, please enjoy this video. Take a look.
Well, it really is pretty simple, really. It's just to make the world a better place. I know it sounds really cliche, but the instructor who trained me for all those years earned nothing. He was a volunteer, so with all this knowledge, it's not a lot, but it's some. And there's all these kids who could use it. So, and then to be perfectly frank with whoever's watching or you or whatever, I mean, you know, because you've been with me as one of the, well, really the senior student I have. And it's really students like you who go on after, and then I see you achieve in other places that tells me that this works. So here I am at 45th and Market Street. I got all these kids in my class that need self-control, that don't understand respect, that give up easy because they don't believe in themselves, right? But somehow in this karate class, and I still don't know how it works, somehow in all these kicks and everything else of me yelling at them, but making them feel good, they figure it out. Why is that? I don't know. It happened to me, so superhero thing, but really it's just a small thing. And some people, you know, plant community gardens. I don't know how to do that very well. Some people, I'm sure, help their neighbors or go to church or do something else. This is what I do today, so it just seems natural. No, of course not. First thing I came up with was the fact that I could help people right next to karate class. If everybody did something like this, and most people do, if everybody did something like this, the world would be a great place. Everybody helps in their own way. This might look cool, but it's just a minor thing. It's not about the kicks, it's not about the punches actually. That started that way, and then it kind of morphed into something else when kids like you would come back. It kind of changes. You know, karate, everybody always asks me why I teach the karate class, all my personal friends. The karate class, everybody brings their kids to karate class because they're going to learn self-discipline. But you could do that anywhere. Surfing could teach you self-discipline, piano could teach you self-discipline. So what's the point of it? It's to give somebody confidence that they didn't have. In educational psychology, you learn a term, it's called intrinsic motivation. It's motivation that comes from the student, not the teacher. This class helps other kids intrinsically motivate themselves. That's the best thing in the world, right? No, I'm not a super.
You see, that is what I am doing for my community. Being a superhero. Well, not exactly. But by attending the Taekwondo class, I demonstrate to my peers that a high school senior has discipline, ambition, and values. You see, that is why attending the class is important to me. I want to teach my peers that hard work does pay off. Now that you are all students of Taekwondo, you are all known as the Eagle Defenders. You get it? Okay. Now, that being said, since you are also students of Taekwondo, you must oblige by the Taekwondo oath. So now I would like for the audience to repeat after me. And when I move my hand gestures as so, I would like for you to stop repeating after me. Okay? So, repeat after me. I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect my instructors and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion of freedom and justice. I shall build a more peaceful world. Great, thank you. Now, I want to tell you a story. With that being said, the reason why I made you state the oath is because it's a promise to yourself and your community that you will in fact make this world a better place. Now, I want to explain something that is known as
The colored belts.
Now, there are traditionally 6 color belts. But did you know that each one has a symbol? Now, white represents a seed, meaning you are ready to be planted and watered. Well, then you will become a yellow belt. You see, yellow represents the roots of the seed, growing, grasping the soil and foundations. Now, with that being said, you will become a green belt. Green means you are the stem, reaching towards the sky, understanding your own potential. Then, you will become a blue belt. Blue represents the sky, meaning you are ready to unleash your own potential. Then, you will become a red belt. You see, red is dangerous. Dangerous enough to hurt yourself. Now, everyone's favorite, a black belt. And black represents the universe, which now you are truly ready to begin learning. Can you believe that? After all that, you're barely ready to start learning? That's life for you. Now, that being said, I would like to say that I've been admitted to California State University, Dominguez Hills. Now, the reason I mention this is because I'm ready to expand my insightfulness. I am ready to grow. Now, if a peer did not learn anything from my Taekwondo class, which would be unfortunate, well then at least they got a good cardio workout. Am I right? Wasn't it Oscar who said 15 minutes a day? Wasn't it? Now, I am going to become the universe and plant lots of seeds with positive individual values. In other words, I'm considering flying out to South Korea when I'm a little older from now and perfect my technique and understanding of culture. Because I see no better way than to give back the knowledge I was and will be taught. South Korea. Now, I would like to do a special performance. Now, this song is called Go Light Your World by Chris Rice. And I want you to know that the reason I'm performing this song is because it's a reflection of the social change model. Okay. Gloves. So here we go. Please enjoy this performance.
There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, and some dark and cold. And there is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle, and makes his home. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the helpless, confused and torn, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Frustrated brother, see how he's tried to light his own candle some other way. See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame. So carry your candle and run to the darkness. Seek out the lonely, the tired and worn, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light the world. Take your candle and go light the world. We are a family whose hearts are blazing. So let's raise our candles and light up the sky, praying to our Father in the name of Jesus. Make us a beacon in darkest times. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, deceived and born. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Go to the darkness, seek out the confusion. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Hey now, hey
So here's the game plan. Have positive individual values and make that a priority. My message is to genuinely persevere positive advancement. Thank you, and this concludes my senior talk.